Hello students, this is the third part of our chapter lines and angles. Till our previous part we have solved exercise 5.1. In this part we will study about what is a transversal and what are the angles found by transversal. So let us start with the definition of transversal. So a line that intersect two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. It means we can say a given line a transversal if it intersect two or more than two lines but at different points. For example, here you can see that there are two lines M and L. This is the point of intersection of the line M and N. Let us say this point of intersection as P. And this is the point of intersection of the line L and N. Again, name this point of intersection as Q. So from this figure, it is clear that N is a line which is intersecting two lines M and L at two different points P and Q. Hence, we can say that N is a transversal. So here we can write line N is a transversal as it is intersecting two lines L and M at two different points P and Q. That's why it is a transversal line. Now let us see our second figure. Let us name this point of intersection as O. Then you can see clearly that P is a line which is intersecting a line Q and R at the same point O. So here P is intersecting two lines but not at two different points. It is intersecting these two lines at the same point. That's why we cannot say P is a transversal line, because you know the condition of a transversal line is that it must intersect two or more lines at distinct points. Hence, for this figure, we can say that P is not a transversal because it is intersecting two lines Q and R at the same point O. So students, I hope it is clear. A line is said to be transversal only if it intersects two or more lines at distinct points. Now students, we will see the different angles made by a transversal. So from this figure you can see that there are two lines L and M which are parallel to each other, and there is another line N which is intersecting these two lines L and M at two different points. That's why we can say N is a transversal line. And due to this transversal line, 8 angles are formed. Let us name these angles. So this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3, and this is angle 4. In the same way, this is angle 5, this is angle 6, this is angle 7, and this is the angle 8. Now first comes what are interior angles. Interior angles. So students, the angle which are formed inside these two lines is said to be interior angles. So here you can see clearly angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6 are made inside these two lines. Hence we can say these four angles, that is angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6 are interior angles which are formed by a transversal. Hence we can write angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6 are interior angles. Now next is exterior angles. Exterior angles. So exterior angles are those angles which are formed outside these two lines L and M. So here from this figure you can see that angle 7 and angle 8 are formed outside the line L. In the same way, angle 1 and angle 2 are formed outside the line M. Hence we can say the four angles, angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8 are exterior angles which are formed by a transversal. Hence we can write angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8 are exterior angles. Now next we have to see the pair of corresponding angles. Pairs of corresponding angles. So students, what are corresponding angles? The angles which have the same position are said to be corresponding angle. For example, here you can see the angle 2 and the angle 6. Angle 2 and angle 6 have the same position. Why? Because here you can see angle 2 is right to the transversal line and above this line M. In the same way, angle 6 is also right to the transversal line and above this line L. Hence we can say 2 and 6 are corresponding angles. So first pair is angle 2 and angle 6. Let us find some more pairs. So when you observe carefully, then you can see angle 4 and angle 8 are also corresponding angles. Why? Because again you can see that angle 4 is right to the transversal line and below the line M. In the same way, angle 8 is right to the transversal line and below this line L. Hence we have the another pair, angle 4 and angle 8. Now there are two more pairs of corresponding angle. Let us find. Again you can say angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angle. Why? Because angle 1 is left to the transversal line and above the line M. In the same way, angle 5 is left to the transversal line and above the line L. Okay, so angle 1 and angle 5 are third pair of transversal third pair of corresponding angle. One more pair we have angle 3 and angle 7, because angle 3 is left to the transversal line and below the line M. In the same way, angle 7 is left to the transversal line and below the line L. Hence, the next pair is angle 3 and angle 7. Next is pair of alternate interior angles. So, from this figure, it is clear that only the interior angles found when a transversal line intersect these two lines is angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6. Alternate interior angles means interior angles taken alternatively. Interior angles taken alternatively. If we choose angle 3, then next to angle 3 is angle 4, but we have to skip this angle and take the next angle, that is angle 6. Why? Because we have to choose the angles alternatively, that is skipping one angle and taking the next angle. So angle 3 skipping angle 4 and taking angle 6. Hence we can say angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior angle. So we have one pair of alternate interior angle, angle 3 and angle 6. Let us find, is there any more pair of alternate interior angle? If we choose angle 4, then next to angle 4 is angle 6, but we have to skip this angle and take the next angle, that is angle 5. Hence we can say angle 4 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles. So there are only two pair of alternate interior angles when a transversal line intersect two given lines. Now let us see the pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So here you can see that angle 3 and angle 5 are one pair of interior angles which are lying on the same side of the transversal. Why? Because you can see clearly angle 3 and angle 5 both are interior angles, and these angles are lying on the left of the transversal, that is same side of the transversal. Hence one pair we have angle 3 and angle 5. One more pair we have angle 4 and angle 6, because you can see these two angles are lying on the same side of the transversal, that is right to the transversal. So angle 4 and angle 6 is the next pair. So there are only two pairs of interior angle which are lying on the same side of the transversal if a transversal cuts two given lines. Now let us see the pairs of alternate exterior angles. So here you can see that when a transversal line intersect two lines, then there are only four exterior angles: angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8. Now alternate exterior angles means exterior angles taken alternatively. Exterior angles taken alternatively. It means that we have to take the exterior angles alternatively. Let us see, if we arrange these exterior angles 1, 2, 7 and 8 on a circle. Let us see, if this is a circle, and let us arrange the angles. This is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 8 and this is angle 7. So it means that we have to take the angles alternatively. That is, if we choose angle 1, then we have to skip this angle 2 and take the next angle, that is angle 8. Hence we have a pair of alternate exterior angle, that is angle 1 and angle 8. So we can say angle 1 and angle 8 is a pair of alternate exterior angle. Again, if we choose angle 2, then we have to skip this angle next to it and take the angle 7. Hence we can say angle 2 and angle 7 is a pair of alternate exterior angle. So the next pair is angle 2 and angle 7. Now students, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then we have the following results. First, the angles of each pair of corresponding angles are equal. So let us see here the corresponding angle. So angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angle. It means the value of angle 1 is equals to angle 5. Hence we can say angle 1 is equals to angle 5. Again, angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angle. So angle 2 is equals to angle 6. In the same way, angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. Hence, these two angles are also equal. That is, angle 4 is equals to angle 8. And the last one pair is angle 3 and angle 7, which are also corresponding angle. Hence, these two angles are also equal. Angle 3 is equals to angle 7. But this result is valid only if transversal line is intercepting two parallel lines. Here you can see A and B are parallel lines. That's why we have the following result. Now let us see the next result. The angles of each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. So here you can see the alternate interior angles are angle 3 and angle 5. Hence we can say angle 3 is equals to angle 5. And there is one more pair of alternate interior angle, that is angle 4 and angle 6. So these two angles are also equal. So angle 4 is equals to angle 6. The next result is each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. It means that if we sum two interior angles of a pair which are on the same side of the transversal line, then it is equals to 180 degree. Now here in this figure you can see that angle 3 and angle 6 are a pair of interior angles which are lying on the same side of the transversal line. Hence we can say angle 3 plus angle 6 is equals to 180 degree. Again there is one more pair, as you can see angle 4 and angle 5. So this is the another pair of interior angles which are lying on the same side of the transversal line. Hence we can say according to this result angle 4 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degree. So thank you students. In the next part of lines and angles we will solve our exercise 5.2. Thank you.